And in this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to make clipping marks in Adobe Illustrator CC 2020. So without wasting much time, let's get started. Before then, I'm going to click right here and take my Essential or Classic. Then just wait for it to come. Alright, so I'm going to take my rectangle tool and draw a very nice one, of course. Alright, so right now I have this, and I'll change the color of it to something, to this. Okay, now I'll draw a different shape, which is a circle. So hold the shift before you drag. Okay, so I have something like this. Then I'll change the color of it again. So I'll just double click to have a deeper color of it. So double click right here on the field, then just drag it downwards. Alright, so you have a deeper one. Now you can bring it on top of it. Now press Ctrl Shift and then the curly brackets. Okay, the one which is the left one. Okay, that will send it to the back of it, or you can simply right click on the image, go to arrange, then you send back. Okay, alright, so now that I have it done like that, I'm going to select the two. So one, then hold the shift and select it again. Now right click and go to make clipping mask. So I'll just do it like that, then I have it. Alright, but you see that it have been hidden in it. Then I'll click right here on the first one, then change the color of it. So I want something like this. Now you see that it have affected the two, so don't worry, let's just double click on them, then we'll come to this mode, then we can just give this one a different color. So double click on it, give it a different color. So I hope you can now see the difference in there. Now let's click on this one, also give it a different color. I think we should give it a deeper one. Alright, okay, no. So now that we have this, okay, this deeper one is cool. Click right here and remove the outline of this. Alright, okay, now we are going to copy this, Ctrl C, then Ctrl F to paste directly on it. Now look at what we have. Alright, so we can still change the color of this. So let's double click right here and then take the lighter one. There we have it. So use your arrow key, then we have something very simple like that. I hope you can see it very well. Alright, now we are going to clip an image inside this. So what should we do? Let's go and copy our image. So this is what we will do. We'll go to, you can go to your image, actually let's say something like pictures, and go and copy and paste, or you go to file, then, so I'm going to copy this. Let's just, he says select it. So copy. Now I'll go to Illustrator again, just click and paste, Ctrl V, then I have it there. So shift and then drag. So I'll just copy by holding the alt, click and drag, then click and drag. So I can bring this one here. Now that I have this here, I'll copy this. Actually, now come here, right click and then go to the isolate selected image. Now we are here, but it has been affected on this. We don't want that, so double click outside, click right here, then you make the isolate to this one. Okay, now we are going to clip it inside this. So what should we do? We'll paste what we have copied now here. Alright, so I hope you can see it. Now let's just resize it. I'll fold the alt and shift down to have it perfectly done like that. Alright, so now that I have this, I'll send it back, arrange and then back, send back, arrange, send back. Alright, so I have it like this. So I want to clip it inside this. So I'll hold the shift down and select this also. Now I'll right click and make the clipping marks. So now it is in. Now I can double click on it and then just resize it. Okay. So I have something very nice like this. Bring this on here. Okay, so let me use my arrow keys to resize it well. So I have it done like this, and let me just double click and still work with it. It should go. Alright. Okay, so I have fit right here, and I can just move the two. Select this also, move it. Alright. Okay, so I think this is okay. Then I'll just move this one also to this side, and when I want more of it, I'll just hold the alt and then just bring it down a bit, then change the color of it. Double click right here and then change the color. Alright, so I'm having something like this. Alright, so this is very nice, and I'll just double click. Then I have it done like this. So what if I want it to be in a circle form? I just have to come to the ellipse tool, hold the shift, draw it nicely. So I have it done like that. Have a copy of it. So place it on it directly, then reduce it. Okay, so I have something like this. Alright, so I'll change the color of this one. Okay, so something like this. Alright, so I will need a copy again. So this, then I'll just send it inside, then have a copy of it again, change the color. Alright, so I have something like this, and I'll just increase it and then increase it again. Alright, okay, so now that I have these three, let me just select them. No, this is not by 1, 2, 3, and bring it to this side, reduce the size a bit. So I want something like this. Now I'm going to clip this one in, so I'll bring it right here, just increase the size, bring it to the top. Alright, so back one again, then I have it this way. So I'll select the image and then the ellipse tool on top, then right click and make clipping marks. Alright, let me see. Alright, so go back once, select this, right click and make the clipping. So it is directly inside. I will just double click to edit it. Okay, something like this. I'll just move this one right here. Okay, alright, so I was able to clip it inside just like that, and I can change the color of this, so maybe something more like of a yellow. Alright, so I have it done. I can just copy everything like this, right click on it, and then I can group. Okay, so it is now one thing, then I can just put it here. So assuming I'm making a flyer, I'll make use of all this. Okay, so I can put it right here, alt then drag, alt then drag. So that is basically how we can make a text an object into a shape. That is about clipping marks, just putting something into something again, and that is all it takes about the basic meaning of making a clipping mark. So when you have an image and you want to put it into a circle, you just have to have the circle drawn, then you put the image on it. All right, make sure that the circle is at the back of the image. All right, so to do that, just right click on the image, then come to arrange, then bring to front. Okay, so take the shift control and then the brackets. All right, that is the closing curly brackets, so you have it on top of it. Now select the two, select the circle as well. All right, so this is too big, so just resize it a bit so that you can select the circle too. All right, so when you are done with it, right click on it, then you make clipping marks. Okay, so when you do it, then you have it. So 1 2 sorry 1 2, right click, make clipping. Can't make clipping, the top selected object must be path. All right, so we understand this, and we just reduce it nicely, and this must go down. So I have it, and I have this, right click and make clipping, so I have it inside. Now we just have to change the color of this, because when you come here you see that there's no color, so double click, give it a color, then you can double click again to isolate directly. Now you just have to transform this. Okay, to have a perfect transform, hold shift and alt. Okay, then you can have it done. So we just have it nicely done like that, and that is all. So let's double click again and come back to our real thing. All right, so in the next lesson we are going to work with text and design a simple flyer using this kind of clipping marks